ESPN and watch ESPN.
Presenting Miss God's Gift, Cassidy Hubbard.
One of the times for typical NFL players is a multi-million-dollar salary and more than one place they can call home. With all that, why would Chris Long and William Hayes of the St. Louis Rams want to live any other way? Maybe because they didn't want to just cut a check for a charity. They wanted to take an interest in the cause and feel what it was like. So, two pro football players set out to immerse themselves in a life with none of their creature comforts and open their eyes to a life most of us can never fathom and usually ignore.
Truth.
570,000 people in America are homeless on any given day. What do you think when you see them on the streets? Have you ever wondered what got them there? Does it matter? Do you look the other way? I kinda did, until now.
Excuse me, partner? Spare maybe 50 cents? I greatly appreciate it.
That's me, Chris Long, of the St. Louis Rams, and that's my teammate, William Hayes.
Wilson pulls it down, trying to escape, sacked again. William Hayes.
For every sack we get,
Chased by Chris Long and sacked.
our defensive line donates $1,000 to a local homeless resource facility, the St. Patrick's Center. But to be honest, I never personally visited the place. William has. He's been into this cause for a long time now.
William had an idea and it came up pretty organically. We were just kind of sitting on the bus one day, asked some folks that were homeless, and William was like, I wonder if we could handle that, you know, how hard that would be.
To raise awareness for this issue, William put together a plan.
I'm going to be trying to live the whole homeless experience with my best friend / teammate Chris Long. Just trying to build the experience of homelessness.
The Rams community outreach staff helped us execute it.
To just know, like, if there is an uncomfortable situation or if something doesn't feel safe.
We were given secondhand clothing and makeup to hide our identities, accompanied by an off-duty cop for security and followed by an undercover camera crew. We were given $4 each, no cell phones, and began to experience life on the streets.
How weird do we feel right now?
I was worried about us being recognized as NFL players. Instead, we drew looks as strangers in a surprisingly tight-knit homeless community.
Down the road. Down the road.
Keener Plaza.
Keep walking. Keener Plaza, where'd you come from before you got to Keener Plaza?
If we were in nicer clothes or our appearance was different, maybe we wouldn't be stopped or kind of questioned the way we were. You're not a normal, quote-unquote, person anymore.
Gosh, I hate when people stare at me, man.
It's amazing though when that cop went to talk to me, just how unsettled that felt. You know what I mean? Compared to like if a cop normally talks to me walking down the street.
That was an eye-opener for me. For William, he just wanted to close his eyes during the day. We knew we wouldn't be getting a good night's sleep.
20 minutes up.
Well,
With $8 between the two of us, our instinct was to panhandle for a few extra bucks. And we did, in the shadow of where we play on Sundays.
God bless you, man. God bless you.
the panhandling for me was an eye-opening experience. I didn't get $1, but Chris came out there and he stole the show.
Wow, that guy gave me $5. That could make somebody's day. That's unbelievable.
Maybe my look probably didn't sell it. I mean, I don't want to necessarily say because he was white and I was black, but I mean, probably because I looked a little bit more aggressive.
I honestly believe, and I'm not being naive, I think Will's main problem was he was on the wrong side of the street. When you panhandle, you should be on the side of the street of the driver's side, and Will was on the passenger side. Can you believe that? Can you believe what I just got?
Yeah.
$6. I mean, it's crazy when you think about it.
With the extra cash, we could splurge for burgers instead of a free meal at a soup kitchen. Still, on this day, we felt what it was like to stretch a budget.
Look at that thing, huh? Well, see if you can get 3 for $5.
Any keys on there?
Yeah. Let's see if you can get them without
Or so you want to try 4 o'clock there?
No, dude.
As the sun began to set, we knew we had to find a place to sleep. Shelters are a great resource for some, but they're not always safe. We were instructed to avoid confrontations, and with that in mind, we made our way to the outskirts of downtown and found a prized commodity on a chilly night.
This ain't too damn bad right here. We decided to catch a bonfire. We realized nobody wasn't around.
Hey. What's up, man? Sorry, sir. Keeping the fire going for you. Okay. My fault.
Leaving the barrel alone.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
We was in the wrong to think that we could come there and potentially make that our place to stay just for a night.
Not far from there, we found what we thought would be a warm place to sleep.
So it's pretty damn cold.
It'll be warmer in here.
That's what I'm saying.
Hope there's nobody in here. Oh, mansion. Once I get settled, I'm not bad. It's fucking cold. I'm about to die right now.
That's cold.
The truck really didn't keep us warm at all.
It was the worst night I've ever had in my life. For sure.
It was 38 degrees is what I'm talking about. Well, actually, in certain parts of this planet, actually, it's way colder. But y'all should understand what I'm trying to
Long
say.
walk across town.
I'm glad it rained just to get that experience.
I ain't gonna tell you this, Chris.
On the way back home, we took a ride through the places we had been the day before.
That was the guy who told us to get lost last night because we were trespassing.
That's what I was gonna talk about.
Yeah. Well, man.
We just, like I said, we just want to apologize,
Yeah.
man.
And just say hello.
It's all good.
This is Marty. He's made his home in this empty building for several years.
You got me worried about everything.
Yeah.
Every little thing that happens. Well, I used to have one of the biggest shipping companies in St. Louis, and I caught a case.
Yeah.
Went to prison, my old lady divorced me so long, but and I had some DWIs, couldn't get my license passed.
Marty represents a portion of displaced Americans identified as chronically homeless. These buildings will be torn down soon. Marty and several others were told that they have to leave,
Nice to meet you.
including Nancy, who's been away from her family and her children for more than 2 years.
I'm worried about that the little gal right there.
Father, put you in the extended stay for a month.
You guys will be good. Would that help you all out?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll hook you up.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it extended stay.
I'll split it with you.
Yeah. No, I haven't thought about doing it even 2 months.
Let's do 2 months. I'll take the second. You take the first.
That's fine.
When you go through it, you sit there and you listen a little bit and you converse with people. You realize that the causes of homelessness are so multiple and so layered.
Truth.
What I do know more about now is the experience of being homeless and,
Truth.
you know, just what these people might feel for just a day.
Truth.
That week, Marty and Nancy said goodbye to their community and were moved to temporary housing.
Nancy, you ready for this? I am. Yay. Yay.
For 2 months, they wouldn't have to worry about finding a place to sleep, their safety, or their next meal.
I'm gonna get a good night's rest. That's the first thing.
Sleep. Get cleaned up and sleep.
After 3 weeks, Marty's found some work as a construction foreman, and Nancy's been getting outreach support.
Good, you?
It's good to see you.
I've been recovering from being out 2 years. It takes a toll on a person.
So all 7 of your kids live in Illinois?
Well, that's where grandparents and family is at. I don't talk about them a lot, but boy, I sure do want to get back with them. Yeah.
I understand that.
I wish wish I could say there's going to be a happy ending here, but we won't know for some time. I finally did visit the St. Patrick Center that the Rams partner with. I can't stop thinking about the people that work in these places tackling these issues every single day.
I'll come back with the next time for sure.
Now when I see a homeless person, I see lives on detour. Mothers and fathers struggling to be reunited with their children. Faces that have been deprived of sleep and shelter. Individuals living in fear and loneliness. Human beings looking to reclaim their dignity. Thanks to William's idea, I just can't look away anymore.
Now, before we get back,
As you saw in the piece,
Miss
the
Cassie
Rams
Hubbard talking me,
Thanks to William's idea,
preach some stuff right quick. People, ladies and gentlemen, headed out of the fiends or wherever you are, this is just an example of indefinitely how blessed and gifted, you know, a lot of us are when it comes to, you know, us middle class, you know, when it comes to even, you know, remotely having food on the table and remotely even having a place to live and whatnot. And that's why, even though it may seem hard, really, really hard sometimes, you gotta think about it. Is it at all compared to what these people, these human beings are facing right now in their lives? Because one of the reasons why I want my artistry to be a success, and or should I say one of the reasons why I want, you know, should I say any of my passions to be a success, is so I can actually end up wiping away all this in one donation. That means giving every last one of these human beings exactly what they so rightfully deserve. That means a good home, good steady stable home, food, new clothing and all that other good stuff. Stuff like this, once again, ladies and gentlemen, teaches you how blessed you really are when it comes to, again, especially us middle class people, would teach you how blessed and gifted you really are. Now, you gotta stop complaining so much about certain things in your life. You know, separate the petty from the real issues. You have to, because this. Again, look at this, people. Look at, rewind this tape as many times as you want to, because, like I say, whether a brother will get sued off of, you know, recording this off of television or not, you know, and putting it online, this is pretty much me raising awareness and giving you guys a lesson, you know. So where, like I say, I don't care. I'll post it anyway, and I will help raise awareness, because this is a growing issue that can and will be fixed very soon. Well, I can't say very soon, but I can say it in due time. It will all be abolished to where no man, woman, or child will have to deal with this again. Again, that's one thing that I want to do with my artistry pay whenever that starts reining in, is I want to abolish this. I want to abolish this. A lot of us middle class people could do a lot more than what we do to help out. We just don't. And definitely for me, whenever they ask me at Walmart or wherever, like, you know, do you want to donate to this, donate to this, donate to that, I do it. One of the ways I try to help out is to do that. You know, don't say no to that, because you got to think about it. It could be you. People were blessed and gifted, and I'm gonna literally probably make a lot of other stuff in talk entertainment interviews about this, because I got a lot more stuff to say. I just can't flip think of it all right now. But you gotta realize, people, you're so blessed and you're gifted, and you gotta realize what you have right in front of you. Again, the country you live in may be sick as God knows what. It may be sick as hell, but you gotta still realize what your responsibilities and your duties to yourself, other people, and God. God first. You gotta realize your responsibilities towards all those things. God first, other than yourself. You gotta realize what are your responsibilities, and you gotta do what you can to raise awareness for stuff like this, and get these people off of the streets and get them into, you know, and again, help these people get their lives back on a healthy track instead of, again, like this. So what was that, ladies and gentlemen? So now I'm gonna let Cassidy Hubbard talk, and we'll be on our way, or should I say, final sign off with this.
I just can't look away anymore.
Truth.
As you saw in the piece, the Rams defensive line started the SAC homelessness program, which donates $1,000.
That's nice, then. That's a nice name for it, too.
Line started the SAC